by virtue of the powers conferred upon me as Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I hereby constitute this congregation for the conferring of degrees and the awarding of diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please invite you to take your seats.
Good afternoon. Molweni, Dumela. Good afternoon. My name is Sakela Buhlungu. I'm the Vice Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare. I want to fix something before we start, Mr. Chancellor. So please allow me to do this. I noticed there's some empty chairs here. And I'm going to ask the ushers to get all the graduates inside before we start. Because that thing of them coming in while the proceedings are already underway is a bit unceremonial and unseemly. So, choir, I'm going to ask you to sing that beautiful, vibrant song to warm the house while the graduates are being called in. And then I'll come back to the platform.
Thank you.
you very much. Thank you very much, choir. That is the Fort Hare Choir, the renowned Fort Hare Choir. Please give them a very warm round of applause. Good afternoon once again, and good afternoon to the graduates. At least now the chairs are occupied. Everyone is in the house. Mr. Chancellor, please allow me to welcome you as you officiate over this ceremony, the fourth one this week. And today we're graduating Management and Commerce, and this is part 2. We graduated the first group in the morning, and this is the afternoon session. So they must walk in quietly so that we can all be in the house. Let me welcome the management of the university. Let me welcome in particular the staff, academic staff, professors, lecturers, some of whom are here in the procession. Let me welcome other staff of the university, support services staff in various divisions. Let me welcome students who've come to witness this moment. Let me welcome parents, partners, family members, friends, sponsors. But most importantly, let me welcome the graduates, this side of the room. Let's give these people a good welcome, please. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, this is an unusual group of graduates, and I've said it to all the others. Many of them began their studies under extremely difficult conditions of COVID-19. Others were already doing their studies when COVID hit in 2020. But all of them, they went through hardships, pain, trauma. This side you're studying, you're juggling your studies. This side, either you're falling sick yourself or you're seeing people die in front of you. Family, friends, neighbors, community members, all of us, we still carry the scars of that trauma. And so I want to pay tribute to this group and others that will follow for their resilience, for their determination to carry on and not to give up. It's unusual. In fact, COVID-19 was probably the most traumatic moment in our generation, in our lifetime, and we hope it won't happen again. This group had to improvise. There was a time when we were learning from home. We decided, because of various factors, to bring some of the students back to campus. It was a gamble on our part. It was a gamble. We brought them on campus. We did all the other things, social distancing and so on. And today, we're here to rejoice, to celebrate, to validate, and to commend them for their efforts and for their determination. Graduation is a special moment. It's a moment, as I say, where each person, each one of these people is going to have their name called out. It's, if you like, it's each and everyone's 15 minutes of fame and glory. You're going to have it. And therefore, I want to request the audience to respect that 15 seconds of fame for each one. 15 seconds, not minutes. As they walk past the stage, let's hear their name being called out. And then applaud, and then wait for the next one to be called out so that the noise doesn't drown out the dean when he presents the names. But I want to qualify this by saying Fort Hare graduations are not stiff. Fort Hare graduations are warm. Fort Hare graduations are vibrant. You should have seen the 3 ceremonies that we had yesterday and today. The parents, how they rejoice. So the reason we have created these aisles here, and to some extent a portion of the red carpet, is that parents, friends, you are free to kind of use, celebrate, dance. You can run up and down if you want. You can say all the praise names nezituko as they walk past. If they don't have, you can borrow them some, please. Don't be stingy, so that we celebrate. As we celebrate, though, we just don't want the kind of bona enyi kyongwana bekuseni ize apha kudini ndayibona seyibambe imicrophone ayenziwa lanto yenziwa lanto umapha unikudini, not this one. This is out of bounds. Let's celebrate and celebrate. This is the moment. Mr. Chancellor, I want to depart from the script for a minute only, because something has happened as I was sitting outside. I bumped into 3 parents. Parents who themselves are Fortarians, alumni. What I found most gratifying, and in Zabamisa Ngenyao, the graduates of this university, but they have shown a vote of confidence in this institution by bringing their sons and daughters here. For me, it's most heartwarming. Mr. Bui, please. Thank you very much. Mr. Buya is a graduate of this university, a law graduate LLB, and he is now a businessman, and his son is graduating today. Thank you for showing confidence in Fort Hare. Professor Majov, Upu brother, Magasugume nai, Suguma brother, yes. Professor Majova, until recently, was a staff member here in accounting. Brother Wakelo, Mr. Majov. He's a wusu. Thank you very much, because once again, his brother's daughter is graduating accounting this afternoon. And then Mr. George and Gliba Lanka Kausukun. Okay. That's your dad. Mr. George is also a Fortarian. He says he last set foot in this hall on his graduation day. That he can a sprinter up and down, because the daughter is graduating today. That's one. That's your dad. Mr. Chancellor, I just thought I would sing out these 3 parents, because that's exactly what we want. I want to assure you, Mr. Buya, Mr. George, Mr. Majov, we've made this university stable so that the weight of the qualification can be felt. Yesterday, accounting, interesting, Professor Majov, I was telling a story yesterday And perhaps I should tell it again, because accounting is graduating today? Yes. I was telling you a story of a recent graduate in October last year, who Onelisa Mgogo. I'm sure some of you know her. Onelisa graduated in September, October. She applied for a job internationally in Hungary, and she came out first. She got that job with a Fort Hare accounting degree. That means the weight of the Fort Hare qualification can take you global. It can take you internationally. And I'm sure these graduates here will also be welcomed with open arms by the job market. Let me take you through some of the highlights. This season, of this 5 days, we're graduating 2,992 graduates, 2,992. I'm sure that one won't excite you, it's normal. But I want to say something. If you like it, I want you to applaud hard. If you don't like it, keep your peace. 63% of that number are women. I was watching the ones who were not clapping. Again, clap if you like this one. Women constitute the majority of our undergraduate people, first degrees. They constitute the majority of diplomas, of honors, and masters, where the minority is just the PhD. But women lead. But to crown it all, students who are graduating cum laude, distinction, more than 60% of them are women. We're proud of this because we are building the nation. Many households are led by women today. We know that, right? And if we build our women graduates, we're building this nation. And we're very proud. First degrees, 2,168. Honors degrees, 412. Postgraduate diplomas, 302. Master's degrees, 72. Doctoral degrees, 33. Just to say a few things, he will graduate on Friday with a PhD in chemistry. The youngest graduate in this season, Ukamla Moho, Walape Berlin. He will be graduating with a PhD in chemistry at 29 years old. Just to give hope to this side of the room and this side of the age spectrum, umama unomvuyo Pretty Scotta Daile walapha eMdantsane uzawugraduata i-PhD in education ngoLwesine, and she is 70 years old, 70. So it means there's still hope. We can always make a plan for you. You know, if you're 60 or 65, you're still young. We started in 2019, we started a new qualification in business management, PhD business management. This morning, Usakhumzi Stempa graduated with a PhD. Sakhumzi, Dimbuzile, with his permission, is a taxi boss. He's a taxi owner. Taxi owner. Did Shilo Ndambuza, are you sure you did taxi boss? What? Yes, I'm a taxi boss. Even taxi bosses can get PhDs. But he's also an unusual taxi boss because he's also a lecturer at Walter Sisulu University. The same qualification, Justice Muchineripi, Nozianda Mzamo, graduated the same qualification. This morning we also had the privilege of awarding a Bachelor of Administration in Public Administration to someone who who obtained his matric in 1978. His current position is senior clerk at the Fort Hare Farm in Honeydale, just the other side. But he always had this thirst for university education. This morning, 50 years on, he came to obtain his Bachelor of Administration in Public Administration. We were very pleased we were honored to give him the degree. I can go on, and many other cases that I'll mention. At the university, we have a student representative council. And I always say, when we sit with them in meetings, because that's how we deal with issues, I always say, as our SRC is 10 years, SRC graduate. This year, this week, I'm very proud that 10 SRC members are graduating. 8 of them with first degrees and 2 of them with postgraduate degrees. While we're at that, I also want to welcome Mr. Taringa. If you could wave Mr. Taringa. Mr. Taringa is the director of the Zimbabwe Scholarship Program, the Presidential Scholarship Program. It's a program that's been running for years, for more than 20 years now. It's a program that was started by the late President of Zimbabwe, President Mugabe, because he himself was a graduate here. So they've been sending batches of young people to study here, and they still do. So at every graduation, the director of that program comes to witness and also to congratulate the students. Welcome, Mr. Taringa. Mr. Chancellor, because this program is live streamed, I'm not going to repeat everything that I've said in all the ceremonies, but I'll just give a few highlights. The first highlight is the fact that the academic enterprise, the academic program of the university has been strengthened considerably for many reasons. Our academics are getting more accolades. We've got more NRF-rated researchers now, and so on and so forth. But very importantly, and I'll tell this so that you understand what this means for the graduates. We've now tightened processes especially for masters and PhDs. We do not allow an external examiners from the same institution. That's one. So if you present a master's or PhD, we make sure that they come from different institutions, they come from different countries. We're even now saying they must come from different parts of the world, different continents. so that there's no buddy. Thumela umngane wakho ngapha nomngane wakho ngapha. We make sure now, and that's what we're doing. So when a person has earned their PhDs, like those two sitting in front, their work has been assessed in Indonesia by one examiner, in Rwanda by another examiner, and in Mexico by another examiner. 3 examiners, external examiners. That's what it means now. People who don't know one another, people who are not going to cut deals and just let this person pass through. We've tightened the processes. So the degrees and the graduates that come from here, I want to assure you, have gone through the mill in terms of rigor and quality control. And once again, it's thanks to my colleagues who sit in the Senate of the university that we've put in place these measures. Also, our national and international profile, footprint, and recognition has improved considerably. Some of you will have seen last year, for the first time in its history, the University of Fort Hare was included in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings. And it was one of 15 South African universities. The rest don't feature. And we're very proud that people notice what we do. And I'm saying all of these things because sometimes the bad news overshadows the good. There's just so much by way of good stories that we're not telling. I also want to make another point, that we're not just an ivory tower. We sit in a small town, Alice, a town that is struggling. In fact, we are the mainstay of this town. The local economy depends on this university. And if something goes wrong here, it impacts immediately on the town. So what we've decided to do is to partner with the town actively. One of the issues, and those students who study from this campus, Alice, will tell you about perennial water supply interruptions in this town. All the time, there's no water. The staff who work from this university will tell you as well. What we did then to try and deal with this issue, we realized that we're not going to fix it as Fort Hare. We went to the Minister of Higher Education. We said, Minister, there's a problem. Minister said, but there's COGTA, who's supposed to deal with issues of water in municipalities. He said, Minister, no. If Alice suffers, we suffer, and the students suffer. So the minister then took out of his pocket 65 million rand and gave it to the university and instructed the university to keep that money in the pocket. It's here. It's here. And then said, university, you're going to work with the municipality, but you're going to appoint the contractors. And you're going to pay the invoices to upgrade the water treatment plant in Alice for 65 million rand. The capacity of that plant is going to double, which means water supply interruptions will be a thing of the past in this town. So we're playing that role with the town because we believe that a rising tide raises all boats, in this case almost literally. And we feel very proud of that contribution to the larger community of Alice and surrounding villages. We also see it as part of our plan and strategy to renew this university and put it back among the ranks of respected institutions in South Africa, on the continent, and in the world. Mr. Chancellor, as I conclude, and I'm going to conclude on this note, just to acknowledge it. I don't want it to be part of we're here to celebrate. But I also want to pay tribute to 3 staff members that we've lost since the last graduation. As a matter of fact, on Friday, it's going to be a year since Mr. Petrus Roots was killed, assassination style, in Konubi. In January, on January 6th, Mr. Moneli Vesele, who worked with me, was assassinated next to the house. And about 3 weeks ago, Mr. Msinga Tilanga also died in an accident, which looked quite suspicious. I also want to pay tribute to a woman student, Siprosetu Mkombodi, who was also murdered crossing the bridge coming from town one evening. We carry that pain of all of these, but we're not feeling pity for ourselves. We're not sitting in the corner. The work of the university must happen. Most importantly, the academic enterprise must thrive. Now, which brings me back now to the graduates. We're releasing you. You'll be graduates once you cross here. We're releasing you into society to go and contribute. Contribute like true Fortarians. I can almost say, Mr. Buya, without fear of contradiction, that in every boardroom in this country, there's a Fort Hare graduate. The majority of people who are vice chancellors of this in other universities, the majority of them are Fort Hare graduates. And I can go on and on. You can go to Parliament, you can go to the province, you can go to municipalities, you're going to find Fort Hareans there. So from today, we're sending you out as ambassadors of this university. We also feel the obligation, those of us who run the university, the management executive, the deans, the directors, the professors, we feel the obligation to keep the legacy, to maintain the legacy, and to keep the good name. And I want to assure you, especially the parents, the sponsors, the partners, family, that Fort Hare, under our watch, shall remain a respected and respectable institution. We also want you to have the assurance that you can send your children and grandchildren here, and they'll be in good hands. Thank you very much.
Honored guests, we shall now proceed with the awarding of qualifications. On the assumption that the candidates have taken up their positions, I shall request and call upon the Dean of the faculty to present the candidates for the various qualifications. Dean.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Doctor of Public Administration on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mniki Sitelo, title of thesis, The Influence of Value-Based Leadership on Employee Commitment for Organizational Effectiveness in Mkuna Local Municipality, Supervisor, Professor D.R. Takati.
Well done.
Mtanga Bende, Shepherd, title of thesis, A Model for Cultivating a Culture of Innovation in Local Government, a Case of Human Resources Development at Buffalo City Metropolitan Municipality, South Africa. Supervisor, Dr. M.M. Sibanda.
Well done, sir.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Commerce in Economics on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Hobongwana Kungile Goodwill.
Well done, sir.
Zulani Sihle.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Master of Commerce in Economics coursework on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honors in Public Administration on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Deliwe Tembeka. Higa Tando Tembani.
Well done.
Which one is that? Juza Mombasa.
Well done. Yes.
Kotobe Eric Monwabisi.
Well done, sir.
Majikija Atini Winifred Nokuzola.
Well done.
Malgas Amashe.
Well done.
Guadla Yolanda.
Well done.
Nkame Zuko.
Well done, sir.
Mkunuko Luntukazi.
Well done.
Nobuzana Nomangesi.
Well done.
Rasmeni Ella.
Well done.
Sidawu Onelani Precious.
Well done.
Taho Molukolo Aurelia.
Well done.
Tolana Sipenkosi.
Well done.
Zemini Sihlume.
Well done.
Zungula Yonela.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce cum laude on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degrees.
Blom Noluzo.
Well done.
Boy Batandwa.
Well done.
Chwane Akona.
Well done. Come down, just.
Kupiso Ongezwa.
Well done.
McAllister Zachary Michael.
Well done.
Ngwachu Bonga.
Well done.
Jolly Sipokazi.
Well done.
Mchacha Aliziwe Zimasa.
Well done.
Mchkapi Samkelo.
Well done.
Mkopela Anita.
Well done. Come down.
Pengula Nolotando.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree. Symphony.
Bakumeli Lonwado.
Symphony. Well done.
George Akona.
Well done.
Beliwe Masibulele.
Well done, sir.
Petashe Kayakazi. Bani Sianda.
Well done.
Bengu Sentia.
Well done.
Boban Konna Zanele.
Well done.
Kupiso Siyabonga Robert. Kuse Babuyile Nimrod.
Well done.
Lamani Sigibo.
Well done.
Lamba Asanele.
Well done.
Latoni Triba
Yeah, that's.
Latoni Nibakazi.
Well done.
Lesala Seitati Alicia.
Well done.
Limako Zesipo.
Well done.
Linyana Alizwe.
Well done.
Lota Siseko.
Well done.
Mabeche Nandise.
Well done.
Madikizela Yanga.
Well done.
Mafuna Nokulunga.
Well done. What is that?
Thank you, thank you.
What is it?
Mahilo Ambesa.
Well done.
Majali Sake Kelly.
Well done.
Majova Pero.
Well done.
Makinana Shomla.
Well done. Sorry.
Makuyana Takuzwa Panashe.
Well done.
Malima Ayabulela.
Well done, sir.
Matiso Lisakanya.
Well done.
Baba Zinati.
Well done.
Banjana Oyena.
Well done.
Mbasa Mihlali.
Well done.
Mbola Sbabalo Gift.
Well done, sir.
Mbonisweni Petukolo Lizaliso.
Let me see. Well done.
Mbonjeni Kuhle.
Well done, sir.
Mkwachulwa Mkomeni Asantrama.
Asakam. Well done.
Nda Bulumko.
Well done.
Ndeleleni Lilita.
Well done.
Ndolomba Awonke.
Well done.
Ndovu Pamela.
Well done.
Netusi Luto.
Well done.
Mfanta Sibulele.
Well done.
Mfanta Zimkita.
Hey, sisters. Well done.
Mfazwe Kolosa.
Well done.
Mfinyongo Aviwe.
Well done.
Mgedezi Luyanda.
Good deeds. Well done.
Mgada Veli.
Well done.
Mhlanti Sipamandla.
Well done. Minenzi. Aye. So none.
Minenzima Tlalanati.
Well done.
Mkaza Osipe.
Well done.
Mtwini Kola.
Well done.
Momoti Anele.
Well done, sir.
Monakali Asanda Zema.
Well done.
Monakali Tina.
Well done.
Moi Yamkela. Mpekelana Lidi Sanelisiwe.
Well done.
Mpela Lelona Nulumanyano.
Well done.
Mpiake Nasipi.
Well done.
Mpupusi Asemahle.
Well done. Semahle.
Mtwane Chulumandlo.
Well done.
Mkwebi Mkweno.
Well done.
Msada Yanelisa.
Well done. Sorry.
Msebenzi Zizile.
Well done.
Envelope. Mshikwa Kamva Zolisa.
Shia. Well done.
Msiteli Kamva.
Well done.
Mute Zubenati.
Well done.
Mkunyelwa Sinovuyo.
Well done.
Mzala Onelisiwe.
Well done.
Mzaifani Lungisani.
Zaifan. Well done.
Mzilikazi Nomtuntuko.
Well done.
Mzize Anele.
Well done.
Mzuzu Sifiso.
Well done.
Nana Zimvo Mbali.
Well done.
Mtekani Asandile.
Well done.
Mtokotwane Zandi.
Well done.
Amanda Sky Ngabeni.
Well done.
Ndai Talent.
Well done.
Ndlovu Wanda Zukani.
Well done.
Nzeku Anita.
Well done.
Ngawe Asalinto.
Well done.
Ngomini Mtolisi.
Excellent. Well done, sir.
Ngondwana Amahle.
Well done.
Nguchkana Luyanda.
Yeah. Well done.
Ngwinta Liko. Njiva Sandisiwe.
Well done.
Njiela Yamkela.
Well done.
Mkompela Sihle.
Well done.
Nkosiyane Zimkita.
Well done.
Nobengela Lisakanya.
Well done.
Nodlula Ziziko.
That is it.
Nongai Alungile.
Hello.
Mtoto Sinokolo.
Well done.
Nsane Solofelo.
Well done.
Nusela Inam.
Well done.
Pakade Yamkelani Brahim.
Well done.
Peter Nolusindiso Nadia.
Well done.
Petra Ozivayo Hani.
Well done.
Petra Manzi Zipo. My apologies, Chancellor. Petruka Sanelisiwe.
Well done.
Puza Zintle Zikona.
Well done.
Tambata Nombulele.
Well done.
Trina Litaletu.
Okay. Well,
Koti Musa.
well done.
Hanana Simamkele.
Well done.
Rosani Onele.
Well done. Well done.
Kulashe Atabile.
Well done.
Kulumente Zizo.
Well done.
Senga Akanani.
Well done.
September Kuselwa.
Well done.
Sidlai Achume.
Well done.
Sidloi Anati.
Well done.
Sikatele Nosibulele.
Well done.
Siko Mongi.
Well done.
Sinobolo Sihlangule.
Well done.
Sinyenyeka Faith.
Well done.
Sipata Sanelo.
Well done.
Sicelo Nontutuko.
Well done.
Sikamza Sipamandla.
Well done.
Siwa Afikile.
Well done.
Solwandle Bahle.
Well done.
Soni Yamkela.
Well done.
Sonjani Simbongile.
Well done.
Sopilahle Nande.
Well done. So. Well done.
Teise Lamla.
Well done.
Tiso Busiswa.
Well done.
Tobo Odwa.
Well done.
Toto Somila Mafungwashe.
Well done.
Tswili Portia.
Well done.
Tube Simbulele.
Well done.
Chuchuzayo Luto.
Well done.
Vakalisa Amahle.
Well done.
Vakalisa Ayavela. Oops, apologies. Velapi Ayavela.
Well done, sir.
Tumtumana Vuyo Lwetu.
Well done.
Kaba Sisonke.
Well done.
Kawuka Sipelele.
Well done.
Zibula Lufefe.
Well done.
Zoko Luto.
Well done.
Zozo Sipamandla. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Blai Pelokazi.
Well done.
Michaela Dalip.
Well done.
Dingiswayo Kamo.
Well done.
Janchi Spamandla.
Well done, Spanish.
Gomani Dylan Tanaka.
Well done. Second.
Gontana Nande Okuhle.
Gonzalo. Well done.
Georgisa Sanelisiwe.
Congratulations.
Madikiza Zizo.
Well done. Seven.
Magubane Ziningi Precious.
Well done.
Majova Sipiwe Sihle.
Well done.
Makatisi Olwetu.
Well done.
Matienga Kudzaishe Nesta.
Well done.
Makawulana Luyanda.
Well done.
Yukolula Lutando Donald.
Well done.
Ndela Azola.
Well done.
Mudzamba Lian.
Well done.
Nase Sipele.
Exam. Well done.
Njwazulwana Lindo Kuhle.
Well done.
Ngalo Sipumze.
Well done.
Ngobo Lusanda.
Well done.
Ngoboka Andisiwe Zimkita.
Well done.
Njeza Kanya.
Well done.
Nkatazo Sihlangule.
Well done.
Nsenche Sinalo.
Well done.
Nyelezi Asanele.
Well done.
Panda Tandukazi.
Well done.
Paliso Siviwe.
Well done.
Neme Siatemba.
Well done.
Ngili Kungotando.
Well done.
Hadebe Tabisa.
Well done.
Raiva Nigel.
Well done.
Khozani Sapiwa Sinemikili.
Well done.
Sangolane Nonkolisiseko.
Well done.
Sansom Caitlin Pearl.
Well done.
Skippers Garrick Jeffrey.
Well done.
Schmidt Caitlin Pearl.
Well done.
Sioyo Somila.
Well done.
Sotia Mongikazi.
Well done.
Taeto Palesa Posha.
Well done.
Twala Zandi Singobile.
Well done.
Tunke Kanya.
Well done.
Chukuluba Loloba. Vongwe Dolly.
Well done. Well done.
Waise Nolusizo.
Well done.
Kekwana Asemahle.
Well done.
Yiva Dumile. Zibonda Apelele.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in General Accounting on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Moritz Frank Duplessis.
You must go on knees. 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 Knees.
Mbombela Sisipo.
Well done.
Nkantini Sifundo.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Information Systems cum laude on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Charlie Chumani.
Well done.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Information Systems on the listed candidates.
I hereby confer the degree.
Danisile Ayabulela.
Well done.
Dzedze Kamvalethu.
Well done. Sedze.
Gakishe Aviwe.
Well done.
Ghana Siambonga.
Well done.
Jama Sisipo Patience.
Rita Patient. Well done.
Katie Annalisa.
Well done.
Lujala Jala Asavela.
Well done.
Matsibisa Avabulela.
Well done.
Mboto Kamvelihle.
Well done.
Nikani Spelo.
Well done.
Nomnyama Andisiwe.
Well done.
Pangumso Sisanda Sipumeze.
Well done.
Peter Liolo.
Well done.
Sonjeke Tolela.
Well done.
Velebayi Nkumisa.
Well done. Velebai. Okay. Yeah, it's the end of the day. It's pretty. Yeah.
by thanking our Chancellor, who has made time to be here for this week and officiate at the ceremonies, the Vice Chancellor and all the members of the procession who are here and on the stage. A very big thank you to you for gracing us with your presence. And then, of course, the special people of today, the graduates who are now graduates of the university. I want to, first of all, thank you as students who have been here with us for some years, depending on which degree you were doing. And then I want to welcome you as the alumni of the university. And I hope you will be very active alumni and continue to take an interest and support the University of Fort Hare. With that, your journey to here today, this very special celebration that you will be having to appreciate the success that you've achieved would not have been possible without a whole network of people supporting you. So I would like to ask you, the graduates, to put your hands together for your parents, your grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, nieces, neighbors, communities. Yes. And I hope that when you leave here today, in the next few days, you will contact everyone that has supported you to succeed and to have achieved what you have achieved today. I also then take this opportunity to thank all the people in the faculty. You have been in the Faculty of Management and Commerce. We have had a number of deans, deputy deans, heads of department, all the lecturers, professors, supervisors, the academic staff that have supported you and worked with you, as well as all the professional services staff, faculty administrators, the faculty manager, and then also people outside the faculty, the staff in the library, the ICT, security, maintenance, all the different components that make the machinery of a big university work to ensure your success. So a big hand for all those people. And then we all know that universities and students require funds to be able to study, and many of you have received generous support from sponsors, funders, including government funding such as the NSFAS, including for postgrad students, the NRF funding, funding from for international students from their governments, from a range of organizations and donors that have contributed in small and large ways, including self-funded students where your parents or somebody in your family or community contributed in some or other way to you. A big thank you to them and a warm round of applause for that support to you. Now, I want to add something. You are very special to have achieved this, a degree from a university, a qualification from a university. If you think of the cohort of students, of learners that you were with in grade 1, a very small proportion reach where you have reached. So I want you to especially appreciate and feel such gratitude that you will have a generous spirit in paying it forward. So I would like to, in this moment, also ask you to think about how you might support other students, learners in school, some other person who also wants to follow in your footsteps and succeed. So I do hope that you will pledge to pay it forward and that you would make an effort to support someone else in the way many, many people have supported you. And then finally, I want to especially thank all the people who make the graduation function to be the wonderful ceremony that it turns out to be. It takes a great deal of organization and planning and involves many different parts of the university. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Office of the Registrar, Deputy Registrar, Academic Administration, and all the staff. You would have seen so many staff in and around the graduation function that make this graduation, all the different parts of it, work together and deliver on the event. I want to thank Institutional Advancement, who organize the events in the university, and graduation is a very major part of the events that they organize. I want to thank all the ushers, the security, and all the staff that have, they will be working for this whole week, every day, from the morning till the late evening, planning, preparing, and organizing the functions. A great big thank you to them. And then I want to conclude by especially thanking our choir, who always lift the spirits of graduation. Thank you very much, choir, for the beautiful songs and the wonderful atmosphere that you always provide for us in these graduations. And with that, I wish you, yes, you may give yourselves a round of applause. And with that, as you go out to celebrate today, you may, of course, celebrate hard, and I won't repeat anything about that, but also that you will do it responsibly so that you will be safe and continue on this journey, the successful journey that you have started, and I wish you many more successes into the future. Thank you.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Fort Hare, I now declare this congregation dissolved. The university choir will lead us, which means all of us who are able to sing the national anthem must and can sing the national anthem. So the choir will lead us in the singing of the national anthem. I therefore request the congregation to stand and to remain standing while the procession leaves the hall. University Choir.